Welcome to a new Draw My Life video.
Hey there! We have reached the 200,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody. We want to celebrate by adding a new section to our channel, the Scary Tuesdays, when we will upload videos with horror stories and characters. We hope you like them, and let's start with today's video. Sophia had just arrived in the little town of Haynesville. She had moved there with her father some weeks ago and she needed money for her things. She wanted to save to buy a car. She decided to look for a job and she went to the supermarket to ask if they had any vacancy for her. They didn't need any new stuff, but she saw an ad on the bulletin board asking for a babysitter to look after 3 kids. There was a telephone number on it. She called. Mrs. Henderson answered and told her to stop by that same afternoon. She got on her bike and rode to the Hendersons' house, a bit isolated, a big and old mansion. There was a clear sky and the temperature was nice. She left her bike next to a tree and she rang the bell. Both parents greeted her at the door. They were a young couple and they were going to a party that night. One of the mother's colleagues was retiring and they were throwing a big farewell party. The inside of the house was nicely decorated, but it also showed the passing of time. The color on the walls had faded and the floor creaked. They left their emergency numbers in the fridge for her and money to order a pizza. They had the pizza and she saw a movie with the kids having some popcorn. The kids were angels. They behaved very well and around 10 p.m. she sent them to bed and none of them complained. She read a bedtime story to them and she turned on the baby monitor. After that, she went downstairs to watch TV. Sophia wanted to finish a series she couldn't stop watching. She only had 2 episodes left to finish it. She was getting comfy on the couch when the phone rang. She answered, and all she could hear was a deep breathing followed by the voice of a man. The voice asked her,
"Have you taken the children?"
Scared, she hung up and tried to convince herself that it was only a joke. Someone trying to be funny who knew she was taking care of the Hendersons that night. She watched the baby monitor. It all seemed okay. She went on with the series, but around 15 minutes later, the phone rang again. She answered it and heard a hysterical laugh on the other side of the line. Then, the same voice asked,
"Why didn't you go check on the children?"
The babysitter threw the phone away. She looked at the monitor again and everything seemed to be okay. Still, poor Sophia was a bit scared and she decided to call the police and then go upstairs and check. The policeman told her that if the man called again, she should try and keep him talking. That would give the police time to track the call. They didn't have many policemen working that night. A robbery had taken place and the police would take a while to arrive. Right when she was about to go upstairs, the phone rang a 3rd time. And when the babysitter answered it, she heard the same breathing again. The voice repeated,
"You really should go and check on the children."
Sophia kept listening to the man laughing hysterically for a long time. She hung up again and immediately the phone rang again. The call was from the police station. The policeman yelled at her,
"Get out of that house right now! The calls are coming from the upstairs phone!"
Sophia dropped the phone in shock. She felt she was going to pass out, but suddenly she heard heavy footsteps walking downstairs. Without pausing for a second, she ran out of the house as fast as she could. When she closed the front door behind her, a man's hand slammed against the glass. She screamed and ran out into the street just as a police car arrived. The police searched the house and found an axe covered in blood on the floor next to the phone upstairs. They imagined the worst. They heard a noise coming from the wardrobe. They opened it carefully. It was the kids hiding, choking back their tears. The back window was open and the curtains were blowing in the breeze. There was no sign of the madman who had made the phone calls. He had escaped when the police arrived. Sophia and the kids hugged each other while they were waiting for their parents to arrive. They had called them and they were about to arrive, but suddenly the phone rang again.
If If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!